Hey folks, welcome back. We are on round number 83 of the Bloodlines playthrough. So let's just get straight into the game. Let's have a look at the history and just see if there's anything to see here. Okay, we're just getting attacked by marauders in the bottom here. Non-aligned forces, we should say. Okay, so they tried to break out of that encirclement and failed. Let's just go and have a look at that. Okay, are we still on this? Yeah, we're on hold the line at the moment. That's why we're not able to attack in. It's funny because I was like, whoa, why is this so difficult to win? And then I realised, while I was doing a video later on, I realised that I had it on hold the line, which, you know, is basically means that they get a really, really big penalty in attack. So that's why. Oh dear. Now, I know, I hope none of you... hope none of you watched this thinking that I'm some sort of expert at this game. As you're probably well aware, I do make mistakes. Part of it, I don't make the mistakes like this when I'm not playing online. It's purely because I'm recording it, and I think I get carried away. I like the sound of my own voice and I start getting carried away. So let's see what we can do. We don't need to change it. I think we'll just remove these guys now from... Yeah, we've only got 1200. This should be easy for us to defeat. Let's just remove them from this posture. Take off hold the line. Now our troops are under strength, but in a big way. I think I might send in this. We'll send in these guys first, just to go and get full recon. We already had 300. Yeah, they're struggling to hurt us. We can get away with stuff like that. Right now we can move in. No, we don't want those guys. Let's get the troops from the opposing sides. Are probably going to be best. Yeah, we'll get all of them in actually. Engage the enemy. There we go, you see. Much better. Okay. So that's that one. These guys need replenishing now. If we've got... Okay, right, this is the game where I've got a lot of metal and not so many industrial points. I've been saving my metal. I need to get up another industrial building, I think. What's the size of Kirkwall at the moment? It's a minor city, so we can go at least up to Industry 4, which is pretty high. I can't remember exactly how much Industry 4 gives you. We can look now. We have got Industry 1 at least, I hope. Yeah, oh, we got Industry 2, that's right. Yeah, Industry 4 gives you 800, at least at this tech level. By the time that we get that, we'll likely have... I'd like to think we're going to have Industrial Robotization, which will bump it up another... I think it's another 200. I might be wrong there. I can't remember exactly what this one gets you to there, but it's quite high. And it also, at that point, it will then start taking energy. Oh no, it already takes energy. Does it take less or more? This is, again, I can't remember. Industrial robotization is far enough down the tech tree that honestly, I don't usually see it by the time I've completed a game. This game is going to be different, I expect. Do you know what? Right? It's funny. I've been thinking about this one a little bit, and I know that I've been kind of like saying, oh, you know, this is kind of hard and I'm struggling. This is a really, really good challenge for a game. And I've had some comments from people saying, you know what, it's really good to see a different planet type, because the other YouTubers who play Shadow Empire just tend to play on the same planets. And I think that's fine. You know, everyone plays it in the way that they want to enjoy. I do think it's a shame, because I think that Shadow Empire's got way more to it than just being, you know, some kind of straight war game. You know, and I'm not saying that's just how people are playing it, but I think that one of its key features is the wonderful diversity of planet generation that you get. This is something that Daz Tactic talks about a lot. He's recognised it in this game, and I completely agree. It's got a wonderful planet generator. It's really only like Dwarf Fortress that kind of comes anywhere near. I think Dwarf Fortress is way more complex than this, with regards to, you know, what it actually does. But you know, this is a magnificent game when it comes to planet generation. It's just really, really, really cool. There's so few games that do anything any remotely as good as this, in my opinion. Okay, let's get these guys, yeah, kind of down like this. Now I know how the AI plays now. I've been playing offline a little bit. The AI is definitely improved. It uses air forces now. It will attack you It will form lines and then attack you where you're weak with armor. It will go round and cut off. It will flank you and cut off your supply lines. The AI, now bearing in mind, I'm using the very slowest processing time. So on this game, it doesn't take that long. On a large game with, you know, I'm running another game offline at the moment, which is about the same size as my Life on Seth game. So, you know, like with hundreds, something like 160 factions in the game. And the processing times are pretty long. They're like, you know, 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes, something like that. So yeah, I think it's about 10 minutes, but it is well worth it. I got to tell you, like it's worth every minute, because the AI is just so much, it just seems so much better. And I know that Vic's actually talking about doing even more to it, I believe, as of the time of writing. So I'm excited to see what he's going to come out with. I want to get a strong lineup here with the 1st Machine Gun Infantry. I'm going to put them on, they're probably going to go on Entrench. If you are sat in mountains on Entrench,
copy that.
It's very, very, very difficult to get you out. I made this mistake playing against the AI last night, where I was attacking into some mountains. Into, you know, we're fighting. It's a map where there's something like 40% mountains, so it's like really, really thick mountain ranges. A setting I didn't used to like, but I really like now, because it just really emphasizes infantry tactics, which is my favorite thing in this game. And yeah, they I had a stronger model, much stronger, and I didn't really. I was playing a bit too quickly. And contrary to just what I said, I say I don't make mistakes so much when I'm playing offline, but I do make the occasional mistake. And I attacked into a line of troops, and you know, I had 3 troops attacking in a concentric attack against you know, an adjacent enemy, and I didn't realise they were on Entrench, and boy was that hard to get through. They took so many losses, and they were using the equivalent of, like, not rifle 2s, but like you know, like these guys basically, automatic rifles, padded and viruses, and I was attacking him with lasers, and it didn't make any difference. They just absolutely wrecked us, because they get 3, like if they're well embedded with entrenchment into these, they get like 300 points bonus, or 300%, is it? A massive bonus. I can't remember, they might have had combat armor, the enemies, but anyway, they had combat armors and automatic rifles, and they easily beat laser with heavy combat armor. So there you go. Entrenchment is very, very, very powerful. Okay, let's just, before I move anyone else, let's have a look at the history. Sorry, the vidcon, we've already done the history. Okay, so we're in a new epoch, entering a time of efficiency. This one's good. This one gives you public economy bonus points. There we go. And we get 12 turns of it. We get a fate point for that too. We've also gained efficiency goals. And we've operationalized mechanized machine gun infantry corps and heavy machine gun infantry army we've discovered. We've got another entrenched car, which is the one we've just used probably. Okay, let's get this group down this way now, because we want these guys to kind of plug this gap here. And preferably... let's just go and send some troops out now. You guys probably want to get a little bit closer here. Oops. No, we don't have any points. This the 5th is going to take a little while to set up. They're going to need support. We need tanks now. This open ground is ideal for tanks and AFVs. So armored fighting vehicles. So yeah, we want to make sure that we're getting stuff like that. Okay, we do have some points down here. We can probably replenish these guys. They should be within local pickup range. Let's at least move these ones back. We get a 0 action point move because they were attacking in. And that should increase their pickup, because it's likely going to be here that we're going to be picking up from. And then we're just going to go to unit admin. Oh, sorry. Replace troops. Yeah, we'll do it this way. So I'm going to get the best model we can get. Remind myself what this model is. High speed machine gun combat armor. And these guys are using automatic rifle combat armor. Okay. Golly gosh. Things are in a sorry state. So we're going to get the replacements first. If we've still got any points left afterwards, we are going to... And it doesn't cost much to upgrade, by the way. It's quite very, very light, really, on metal and industrial points. So I'm just going to do these manually. Okay, those guys aren't close enough. Either that or... Yeah, we should be able to get it from here. Okay. You have one logistical point between the SHQ and the unit. I wonder if we've got... Oh, yeah, we can't do it, look. Now we've got a bottleneck. All right. It's a problem. So, what is that traffic light doing? That's weird. When did that come up? Oh, I don't remember putting that there. Very strange. Okay, there we go. Look, that's a little bit better. As soon as I start getting issues like this, then I start thinking, okay, I need to fix this, because this bottleneck is going to be causing problems all the way along my line. I need to increase my logistics size now. We do have a rail up, and I guess it's as far as Vicer, if I remember right. Do we have a rail? Yeah, we got a railhead here. So yeah, we really want one up this way now if we're going to hold this. We probably want to get the second level of rail up as well. Now, rail 1 is actually pretty good. It will keep you going for a while. Our problem at the moment is we don't have many machines. If I remember right, rail takes machines. Let's just have a look. Rail 1. So yeah, rail 2 is going to cost 4 rounds of 5 machines. So we need 20 machines. But it gives us 4,000 rail points. It's like twice as good as the size before it. That's probably something that we're going to be wanting to do, I should say. Let's see if we can kill these guys. Try and get round them if I can. Yeah, let's see if I can get round them next turn and take them out. The sooner I get rid of these guys... there's loads of them though, isn't there? This is going to be an ongoing project, I feel. Also, we've got Freed Sect coming in this way, who are cold with us. We need to really need to take these if I can. I don't think I'm going to get it. I think with everything else that I've got to do, it's going to be really hard. Now, that means we've got nothing defending us here, which is really rough. We do have this wall here. This is really well defensible. So Kirkwall at least is, well defended. Texifort is going to be more difficult to take as well as a result. We can hold these mountains here, but you've got to keep them supplied if you're going to hide in there. Yeah, really we want to try and get to here at least, and this we can hold. How can we do it though? Who knows? Secret Service Council. Let's have a look. Let's just take this down. I can't remember. I don't think the cards it gives you are particularly good, so let's just... I don't remember what they do anyway, and I'm not bothered about looking now. RPG Infantry Army. That is a good formation. It's quite cheap as well. But yeah, maybe I get that. Because we are gonna... I mean, RPGs are useful. They're a nice little deterrent against tanks, especially when you get a good model. Where were these guys going? These guys were going down this way, was it? Yeah, I think these guys were going to actually replace... I don't need to do this now, I don't think. Yeah, I think I'm going to send these guys back up the other way. The reason being is I've changed my mind. I want these on the front line now. Try and get them as far as we can get them up. Okay. Yeah, these guys can catch up. No, I've figured now. I'll just manually replace these dudes as we get the chance. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to try and move those guys down here and take and hold this. Now, the AI, if it's only got a few troops, won't hold mountains very well. It knows that it can't do it. It's not stupid, and it won't try to hold anything if it's only got a few units. That's one of the improvements I've seen to the AI. It just seems to... it was a bit passive before. Now it's kind of... It will back off if, it's outnumbered and outgunned, and it will calculate your strength. But then it will form a line. So, and this is the behavior I saw in the very beginning of the game before it was released, and it seemed to I don't know if there's a bug or something that kind of like affected the aggressiveness. I forget what happened now. Anyway, right folks, that's about it with the movement. I don't think there's much more we can do here. We do need to get some more troops, and I need to have a think about what I want. I think we need some tanks, but I don't think we've got a decent model yet, if I remember right. Have a look, Blitzer 2. This isn't bad at all. This is a nice little model. 60mm howitzer gun. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with those guys. Yeah, buggies, we've only got the recon rover. That's right. I don't know how good the buggies are going to be against the units that these, the models that these guys are fielding. Probably decent enough. Yeah, 153 hit points. A single model, that is. Look, we've only got 178 with this combat, with this prototype. Our rifles are much better, but these Grenadier 2s, padded environment, look, 153 points. It's a really good model. Which means that a Grenadier 3 will be coming out pretty soon, I would have thought. What are these like? Also really, really strong, look. Really, really strong softer defense. And they got 101 hard defense. Buggies would still work here, I think. I already did this actually in my last video, I think, but let's just have a look at the, I might have done it in the tutorial video, but I just want to check what these are costing. These are 18 metal, 22 industrial points, and this is obviously a much lighter model with armor. These are 68 and 63. Honestly, I think I'm just going to go with some blitzers first, if I can afford them. It's industrial points we're light on, isn't it? What's this biofuel refinery costing us at the moment? 150 metal a turn. It's workers we're struggling with, look. We just don't have the people. Let's finish these first before I go for any more industry, in which case let's just get up a tank division, or a tank battalion. Yeah, a bit fierce on the fuel, and obviously it's going to cost us a lot of industrial points to get out. But metal is something we can afford. Okay, let's get some of those guys up. These are a decent model, and they should serve us fairly well. Where is the first? Oh, that's what I need to know. Do we have? I'm sure we had another tank. I can't remember if I got rid of them or not. These are recon battalions, motorbikes. Okay, I must have brought them back to the SHQ. I must have scrapped them. I don't remember now. That's one problem. I played this game a little bit intermittently because I think I was kind of going off it a little bit, but I've kind of my enthusiasm for it's gotten a lot better. Oh, there we go. We've got about this second machine gun here. Let's get these guys moving down. Try and do some clearance. And we're going to secure this metal. Was the plan, I believe. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to attack. We can't get around them. And there's the first. Hang on. I see why. That's why I couldn't see it. It was attached to a battalion. Okay, these guys are Blitzer 2s. So these are going to be getting some field testings. Okay, they've got 13%. All right. Let's just follow up. We should absolutely wreck these guys now. They've run out of action points. Oh no, they've still got some points left. Okay, that's good. That's good. Let's try and kill this is why I brought these guys down here. I want to try and secure this area as fast as possible. We're going to get some more space, you know, some more territory, which is going to help our victory points, yeah? And then, you know, it just takes some pressure off me while I'm fighting this war with Schwarzmark. We're very close, look at this, victory scores. We're just within 1 point. If we take, like, see, now the issue is we've got more populace. It's funny, look at this. Populace, we've actually got more than anyone else. That's crazy. They've got a large percentage of the planet though, and as we start taking more domain territory ourselves, and if we can take some from these guys too. My experience with how the AI works now is that if I've got the right tools, I'll be able to push them really, really far back, and then they will fall back to a certain point to within which they're not willing to lose anymore, and then they'll start pumping troops out. So they will fight. They'll fight you as well. They'll do a fighting retreat. They won't just run away like they would before. So yeah, I'm finding the AI in this game is very, very satisfying now. It's much better, much better, which is just what I wanted, to be honest. I really hope that it just continues to get better. I'm going to move these bikes up this way. Just to go and get these guys for some replacements. We've only got the Rider 1 model, if I remember right. Yeah, we need to get another model of this as well. Okay. What are we on? 20 minutes. Let's just see what else we've got to do here. I don't want to build anything else because the workers... right, let's just get these ones done. We need the biofuel. We're also going to have to get up another agridome, I think, in order to fuel this. We've got an agridome 3 here at the moment. Look at this. As soon as we've got hydroponics, we're going to have to start getting that out, and I'm going to have to dismantle. Oh, we have. All right. That would be a good thing to get up. So what we could do is we could switch over to hydroponics, which is expensive in energy, I think, if I remember right. Yeah, so it's using energy and water, which is fine, but it's only 1,000 workers, and that is so much easier, but it only produces 200 food. Now, what does the agricultural dome do? Yeah, okay, that's the same. It's the equivalent amount of food. So really, this is the way to go. Now, do you see why it's really good to play these weird maps in Shadow Empire? Because all of a sudden, all this stuff that you know, like on a Sewer class planet with loads of people, you know, you don't need these really. Maybe just to keep your costs down, and actually I do build them occasionally to keep my costs down, but for the most part, you know, I'm just going into agricultural zones. Problem is with agricultural domes, look, you're using, you know, these are like 3,600 workers for the upkeep, and they're 8,000, you know, to make them. You know what I mean? There's quite a lot. Now, what is the... Oh wow, look, the production cost is 5,000 just for a level 1. So 28,000 workers you need for an agricultural dome facility level 5. 28,000 workers, man. That's like a village, or more than a village. That's a town's worth of people, just in one. And that's going to create 2,000, right? If you look at the equivalent in hydroponics. All right, well, this uses 22,000. But it creates 9,000 food. All right, okay. So let's look at the equivalent. The equivalent would be, okay, this one here, level 3, which uses 5,800 workers and gives us 1,800. 5,800. Yeah, it's you know, less than 6 times. It's like 5 times more, basically, more than 5 times more workers for a little bit more food, basically. So yeah, this is really good. Hydroponics. You do have to consider the energy use though. Look, sorry, on a level 3. So the production cost on the level 3 would be, where are we? 500 energy. So that's like a power plant as well. So you've got to be running a power plant or more power station with the equivalent fuel costs or whatever it is that you're using to generate energy. And by the way, as of the time of writing, a couple of days ago, a patch came out that actually nerfed that put a big nerf on solar power, which is great because I don't know if Vic watches these. If you do, Vic, hello. But I definitely he's basically changed solar power in exactly the way I said I would have it done, which was to overall give it a big nerf in the amount of power output that it gives you because it's too much. And you know, solar power is just not good anyway. It's in real life, it's not very reliable. Technology's just not there here. But so it seemed to be overpowered to me, and also there was providing you had enough rare metals, there was kind of no need to build anything else. The fact that you can just bang it in any hex as well, it's not tied to a city, was just made it so that you could just. I've seen the AI do it as well. He just spams out solar. Now he's changed it so that he it's like 30 or 40% less power output, which to me seems a lot better, because I don't think solar should be generating a lot of energy, because it doesn't in real life either. I mean, in real life it costs more money, at least in the UK, it costs more money to keep it running than it does than it generates. And power it generates, it's absolutely useless. But with the planetary conditions as well, if you've got more solar radiation, you will get up to 50% more or less power from them. So it's also variant upon the planet. It's another thing that's suggested. I'm really pleased that he's done that, I think. And I expect that the community have been kind of lobbying him on this, because everyone else must have seen this, that people are just using solar all the time, and there's so many wonderful power techs in this. Like, you've got like methane synthesis. Have I ever used this? Nope. I never used this even once. Like synthetic fuel, I think I've used that for the first time in my offline game at the moment. We've got serpentinization is another one. That's another energy generating one. But these are all like fuel generation. I mean, I never really bothered with any of them. I just use solar energy, because solar energy is it was the best one, really. I guess it's kind of expensive. I think solar energy is kind of expensive in manpower, so it's really not very viable on this map. And maybe that's the point, right? Okay, and back to the defense of the original game. I think partly what solar energy was trying to do was, I think Vic was trying to do with solar energy was give you something that came out early on that's depending on rares, right? So if you've got no rares in a game, then you're not going to be able to build it anyway. It's also, if I remember right, quite heavy on workers. I think it needs more workers than the other power plants. So I think he did try to balance it in that way. But I do feel now that if he's made this even less kind of a no-brainer, I don't have any big problems with Shadow Empire. Okay, my issues are that I think it's a game that is wonderfully diverse and complex with the amount of strategies and tactics you can use for it, and I think the game is best when it leans into that. So it needs to avoid no-brainers desperately. It desperately needs to avoid any of these situations where people always do one thing. So and I think that it's getting there now. There's kind of one no-brainer that I still kind of use, which is I've started to go meritocracy every single time, and that is because the leaders that you get are a lot better. That said, I don't think it's a big enough. I don't know. Yeah, it's difficult. I don't know how meritocracy actually affects the capability of a leader, but you definitely get better capability leaders with meritocracy. There's no doubt about it. But I do, because meritocracy is harder to keep up. I do think it balances actually. So there can be reasons why you might want to go democracy first, for example. But for the most part, I think this game is best when it has no no-brainers. And solar power was a no-brainer in many ways, and I'm kind of glad that he's nerfed it. He's also nerfed a biofuel as well. He's made it produce less fuel, which I think is also good, because again, it shouldn't be that powerful. All right, folks, I've kind of talked enough. I think there's not really much more I can do. I can't until these are up. I don't want to build any more stuff. It's going to cost me money anyway. I'm probably actually going to have to sell some stuff this turn. Ooh, and we can't. Okay. What can we do about this? We've got a bureaucratic push. That's not the one. Let's have a look. Patriotic collection. Okay, must be played in a zone with a city. Critical success doubling a task. Let's just we're gonna have to play this. This is all we've got. Gonna play in Kirkwall. We increase credits with at least a few dozen of credits for 10,000 populace. More if reasonable loyalty and reasonable quality of life. Maximum gives 400 credits per 4. Yeah, it's not going to be a lot then.
Copy that.
Critical failure. Oh no. Okay, we're in big trouble. We're probably not going to end up paying people this turn. I think what I'm going to have to do is do something absolutely drastic. I'm going to have to drop people's salaries a bit. Wow, I don't have to do this very often. Yeah. This is gonna hurt. I mean, let's just have a look at the. Yeah, our cabinet, or some of them are already a little bit pissed off. Look. Some of them are okay though. Let's just. We're gonna have to look at this carefully because this happens occasionally. You end up struggling for money. We've got income taxes as high as it's going to go. We're going to get riots if we put it up any higher. Get that thing with lists again. Okay, so salaries and bonuses. Yeah, I think it's workers. We're going to leave it this turn. If we do end up not paying people, it's not going to be many. So we'll hopefully survive it, I think. Let's just get a couple of machines up because we do need some machines. Yeah, this is we've got as many like military forces as we can really manage now. I think we've got to make do with what we've got until we can find some way of getting some trade out. Now I can't really sell much at the moment. I can't really sell anything. None of these metals are worth anything. Traders, they've cleaned me out. I don't want to sell high-tech parts. So only look, 19 credits, man. That's 10 times less than they're normally going for. All right, folks. Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's much more I can do here. I think I'm probably just gonna roll it on. I daren't build anything more because we're going to be paying more people. So let's just try and ride out this storm of you know, getting stuff done. Let's go back to Kirkwall again. Okay. We're paying 1,000 workers here. It's this bureaucrat office. We're paying 9,000 workers. Look, that's what's bumping our cash up so much. We just go to Kirkwall. Let's just go to Kirkwall. Look, and you can see this. We're actually paying 300 credits in Kirkwall. Hang on, given. Worker salary given. Okay, yeah, so this is right. So our worker salary is 0.006 credits, and then we've given 306 credits. This will drop. I daren't drop worker salaries. They're already kind of not doing good. They're already dissatisfied, let's say, with their financial remuneration they're getting for the work they're doing. So I'm gonna have to raise it eventually because look, the private economy wages is going up, whereas the public economy, you know, the government jobs, it's not rising. We're gonna have to tighten our belts, folks. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that. I will catch you in the next episode. Take care.